Well, honestly, this is kind of a hard video to make. I'm getting rid of all my discs. No more destroyers or felons. No more MD3s. I'm done with all of these discs. I'm done with all of them. And I mean, I do love all those discs, but they're not going to be in my bag anymore. And that's because I'm switching to Discraft. You didn't think I was like quitting disc golf or something, right? Because that's just not happening. There's nothing I don't think that could stop me, even if I wanted to. No, we are switching our entire bag over to Discraft discs. I recently purchased a Ledgestone mystery box. Well, I actually purchased 3 Ledgestone mystery boxes, so I am now the proud owner of a lot of Discraft discs. And that's not really a big deal, except for the fact that I've never thrown a single Discraft disc in my life. Not a Zone, not a Buzz, not a Nuke, literally nothing at all. And today we're going to be switching my entire bag over to Discraft and playing a full 18 holes at White River and just kind of see what I've been missing, I guess. Honestly, I don't even know the flight numbers to most of these discs, so it's gonna be interesting going out and actually playing around, but we got a pretty good selection. We got some Captain's Raptors here, a Nuke in like a swirl plastic. We've got a few of these awesome Sparkle Cicadas here, a Comet. We also got a couple of Zones here, a Scorch, Challenger OS. We got a couple Ringers as well, a Crystal Mantis, a few Thrashers, and a couple of Forces. We also got a couple soft focuses for putting. And like I said, I don't know anything about these discs. I mean, a few of them have the flight numbers on them, but most of them are like specialty stamps, so they don't have the flight numbers. So we're gonna be kind of flying blind out there on the course. Let's go hit White River and check it out. Hole 1. This is my inaugural introduction into Discraft discs, I guess you could say. I've never thrown any of these. Like I said, these are all brand new. They don't even have my name or number on them yet. And I actually don't know the flight numbers for a lot of these discs. So we're gonna be learning today together. We're gonna be throwing this Michael Johansson Comet off the pad here. 280 feet. Wow. Wow. I could not be happier with that. It's gonna be difficult, I know, being out here on the course, because I know my bag really well, at least my old bag, where I had my Felons and my Destroyers and Truths and whatnot. So I know that today I'm gonna be struggling with disc selection, but it's kind of fun. It's a nice little challenge. First throw, not bad with the Comet, honestly, and it felt really good in the hand. We're putting with the soft focus. Oh. Ooh, hit top and cage on that one. I think the hardest thing for me to switch is gonna be putters. I'm so used to my putters. I've switched to these soft focuses. Got a nice bead on it though, feels good, pretty comparable to the Judge. All right, hole 1, done, knocked it out, got a nice little par. So hole 2, 238 foot par 3. I'm gonna just throw this Comet again. It felt good in the hand, and it's a short little hole. Wow. A little short, but I am in love with the flight of that disc. Rarely do I get a disc and it's immediately exactly what I'm looking for, but that Comet has perfectly fell into my arm, I guess. I mean, it's kind of in the spots where I'd be throwing my MD3 or my Truth. The Comet kind of fits right in. Not if I'm putting like that. Another little tap in 3. All right, hole 3 is 280 feet. I don't know what to throw on this. Like I said, I don't really know the flight numbers of all these discs, but we're gonna go with this Crystal Cicada. Feels like the vibe. Oh, wow. A little short, but I really like the way that flew. Slightly understable. And we got kind of a death putt here. So we're just gonna lay up. Lay up for that easy 3. Another par on the board. These baskets are too tall. I'm far too short for this. Now this is the one hole I'm kind of worried about. This is hole 4, 258-foot island hole. You've got asphalt, a little cul-de-sac. That counts as out of bounds. And I usually know exactly what to throw on this. I'll throw a felon, forehand, and we'll land right on the island, but I don't really know my discs that well at the moment. So we might just go for a safe shot and lay up. I just want to throw right up to the edge of out of bounds and putt onto the island for 3. Oh no. Oh, I'm in, let's go. I am just barely in bounds here with that floppy putter shot. Now we just gotta get it on the island. Boom. Just barely, buddy. I mean, maybe this is a little more than a tap in. On to hole 5. We're in our 259-foot pin position. I almost always throw a sextant on this forehand. And I just don't know. Maybe this Captain's Raptor. Maybe. It's a little Ulibarri Captain's Raptor. We'll see how this feels forehand. Oh my God. What is going on right now? That was amazing. I think I love Discraft. Wow, our first legitimate birdie look of the day. Let's go, first birdie of the day. It only took 5 holes. Hole 6, 282 feet. I don't think that's right. There's like 4 pin positions here. But it's through all these trees. I'm going back to the Comet. Ooh, really low, but that'll set us up for a nice 3. There's our lie. We got a really tight gap here. The basket is right there. So I don't know if I'm gonna go wide. I think I'm gonna just try to shoot it straight through with a putter here. I don't know. Gosh, that's a tight gap. Oh, perfect. I'm over here. And what are the chances of me actually making this putt? Oh, let's go. Yes, sir. I gotta tell you the truth, my confidence was low on that putt. But these soft focuses are nice. Got a good feeling in the hand. Good bead. I'm definitely going to be continuing to putt with these. Here we are. Hole 7. 250-foot par 3. We're gonna throw a Cicada. Extremely unnecessary. Wow. And a perfect roll. Let's go. Yes, sir. This Cicada. The color is just crazy, right? I mean, it looks like a glow disc, but it is not. 2 down through 7 with a brand new bag of discs I've never thrown before. I'm pretty happy with that. We still got a lot of golf left though, so things could change quickly. We had a wicked windstorm rip through here the past couple of days. You can see we've got just fallen trees and debris all over this hole. Hole 8. It is in the 248-foot pin position. All right, this time we're going to be throwing this Challenger OS. It's got a good feel to it. Pretty deep dish. Oh, oh, oh. Hit and roll. Hit and roll. Oh. I think it stuck. I assume that OS in the Challenger OS stands for overstable. And I will say for a low speed disc like that at power, it seemed overstable. I mean, it held its line well. It didn't try to flip over, which is what I was kind of expecting it to do. But it held pretty strong. A little elevated putt with a ton of trees in the way. I'm gonna go way over the top. Bing! Another par. We'll take it. I have to say, I thought I was going to be playing a lot worse with, all brand new discs. I thought I was going to be having a lot more of a challenge with this, but these discs just kind of fit the slots really well. Hole 9 is a 248-foot par 3. The basket way off to the left here. You've got all these trees guarding the fairway, so we're just gonna go for a big hyzer. I'm gonna try the Captain's Raptor again. It filled that slot pretty well for my Sexton, which I would usually throw on here. Sexton or a Felon. Hey! I'm throwing at you. I'm throwing there. People just standing on the fairway. All right, here we go. Captain's Raptor. Oh yeah. That worked out pretty good. We hit an early tree, but the roll was perfect. We hit this log. I guess it's no longer a tree. And then I think we got a roll. I think. Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. Stance. So I don't think we're gonna get this birdie, but we're gonna try. Oh, that was so flopped. Oops. Penalty, penalty. Another little tap in for 3. Dude, I am in love with these putters. Literally just started using them this round, and they're dialed. What is this, just people on the fairway today? Some guy playing with his dog in the middle of the hole. What are you doing? All right, here we are, hole 10, 229-foot par 3. Real simple hole here. We're gonna try out this Challenger again. It didn't really get a chance to shine on that last throw. Oh, I overturned it. All right, so not as overstable as I thought. All right, that was just a bad drive. Left a lot on this. Ooh. That'll do. Another 3 on the board. Now we're up for a bit of a challenging hole. Hole 11. 236 feet. It is probably the tightest fairway on the course. You gotta throw a dagger through here or a big forehand all the way around. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet. I do have a nuke that I think might hit this forehand all right. Never thrown a nuke in my life. Wow. Dude, I can't go wrong with any of these discs right now. What? Discraft just continues to impress me. That forehand came out probably, what, 25? 25 short, maybe 20. Honestly, I think these little limbs up here saved my life. Oh. No. No. That was violent and unnecessary. That's all right, we'll take a par. Can't complain about pars. On to the next hole. Hole 12. I think we're in the short position here. I hope so, because that's what I'm throwing to. 210 feet. It's just pretty much a slight forehand here, and it's up on the right. You've got this trail here that marks out of bounds. So we're gonna try to stay away from that. I think I'm just gonna throw a zone. This should be pretty similar to my razor claw that I throw on this hole a lot. Sit. All right, if that didn't bounce out of bounds, we are good. Oh man, we must have got the bounce and roll of the year. Little birdie. Now we're on to probably my favorite hole that has finally returned to White River. So this course is called White River. There's the river, as you can see. And for the past maybe year and a half, there has been no river hole, which is kind of odd for a course named after a river. But they were doing some construction up here, building a bridge, and it closed our hole for a while. And I honestly did not think it was coming back, but it did. Kind of treacherous little hole here. You can see we've got the river on our right, path on our left marks out of bounds, and down here to the right on the bank of the river is the basket. But as you can tell, it's pretty steep terrain getting there. So this is a very high risk shot. If you're running it, I mean, it's the danger zone without a doubt. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna run it. There's no other option. Why would we lay up? If that sits down, oh my God, we might have just aced that. Woo-hoo-hoo, buddy. We literally could not be closer unless we were inside the basket. Could not be any closer than this. I thought I heard metal when I threw it. I heard like a tink, but I thought there was no way. It was not possible. Wow. That was good. I actually thought for a moment that disc was gonna be in the water. That's what happens when you run it. You either hit the basket here or go in the water. Those are pretty much your two options. All right, so I've been thinking about this next hole for a while here and what disc I was going to choose on this hole. I would usually throw a Valkyrie or a Gorgon from Innova, but we don't have those today. So I'm gonna try to find something I think that will fit that slot on the fly here. Hole 14, 307 feet downhill. Basket's up here on the left. I don't know what I'm gonna choose. I mean, we got a lot of discs to pick from here. I think I'm gonna go with this titanium Thrasher here. This is gonna be kind of a hard one to film because of this elevated tee pad. This feels good in the hand. Oh, and it feels even better in the air. Whoa, it's way more understable than I thought. Let's go. I like this disc. All right, hole 15, 213 feet. Got this elevated tee pad here and pretty straight flight. Tapers off to the right towards the end. All right, it's zone time. Oh, whoa, I turned over the zone. Not the ideal place to be. It's a really big drop off behind the basket here. So if you run it, you're cooked. But we're gonna run it. And skip right down into the dungeon of no return. All right, this is our first potential bogey of the day here. What do you mean? Who was I doubting? Me? Was I doubting myself to make the clutch putt? How dare I? How dare I doubt myself? No, I'm actually really excited. I thought I was gonna miss that for sure. Like I said, this is the only par 4 on the course, which is pin position C at 507 feet. Got a big elevation drop here, probably 10 to 15 feet between the tee pad and the basket. We're gonna try this Titanium Thrasher again. Oh no, it's going in the river. That 100% just went in the river. There's no way it didn't. Oh no. All right, let's see if we can find this brand new disc or whether it lives in the river. Oh no. I don't see it in the water yet. Oh man. Oh, I hope I find it. Well, I think it's time to have a moment of silence because that Thrasher definitely met a watery grave. There's no doubt in my mind it is in this river behind me. You know, I imagined all the great things we were going to do together. Such a beautiful life snubbed short. Didn't even get to finish a round. Rest in peace, buddy. I'm just going to take it from here with the stroke. Oh! Not looking good, boys. Wait, one. Yeah, so this is for par. Nope, no good. Dang. First bogey of the day. Ow. I don't know what's going on back here, but it smells like sewage. Like straight up open sewage. Put a 5 on the board, buddies. I have to say, if there was one hole on this course that I wouldn't be too surprised at taking a bogey on, it'd be this one. All right, we got to move forward. Accept things that we cannot change. Hole 17, 330 foot, wide open fairway here. This is by far the most wide open hole on the course. We're throwing another Thrasher in memoriam of the other one. So we hyzer flip it, and it crushes. Set us up for a nice little twosy here. Nice little twosy. Oh, that almost jumped out the back. All right, on to the last hole. I have to say, 18 holes, full Discraft bag, and I didn't play horribly. I was expecting to play a lot worse than I did, just knowing that I don't really know any of these discs. But it was good. I found a lot of these discs fit what I'm already kind of looking for in some of the discs that I throw currently. And for never throwing a single Discraft disc before today, I have to say I'm extremely impressed with the lineup that I got. All right, you guys, this is the final hole, hole 18. I actually don't know the distance on this one. There's no sign. I'm gonna guess 230. We're gonna chuck this Cicada one last time. This has to be my favorite disc of the day, is this Cicada. Oh, hold on. We almost didn't knuckle up, my boys. Mandatory on 18 to drop the knuckles. Oh no, a little too much hyzer. Little too much hyzer. All right, let's just claim one last birdie for the day. Come on. Yes, let's go. Let's go. Yes. So hyped off that. Well, 18 holes, playing with nothing but Discraft. What a way to finish a round. It's always nice to finish on a birdie. I had a blast playing with these discs. Things went differently than I planned. Let's head back to the house. We'll throw these on the desk and we'll do a little breakdown of what I thought and how it went. Well, I have to say, I was beyond pleased with how that turned out. I was truly expecting to play a horrible round, not knowing any of the discs or their flight numbers, and just not having my go-to utility discs was my biggest concern. I've got some slots that have been filled just through trial and error, like the Raptor Claw is my perfect overstable forehand, and I rely on those discs a lot, so I was kind of worried going into this, but the Discraft bag was fantastic. That might have been one of the best rounds I've actually played in months. These cicadas right here, absolutely fantastic, slightly understable fairway driver. I had a ton of fun with these cicadas, super reliable, and that's just fresh out of the bag. I mean, none of these are even beat in yet. And the Comet, this Comet, I consistently found myself pulling the Comet out, knowing that it was gonna go where I wanted it to. I mean, super pleased with the mid-ranges as well. Obviously the Zone is a staple in a lot of people's bags, and this is a perfect replacement for my Razor Claw, that forehand flick when you need it. I mean, there's only a few things I think that I was missing, and I would have liked to have a little more stable mid-range in between the Comet and the Zone. The Challenger OS was great. I think that it didn't really get a chance to shine, but I love this disc as well. The Thrashers were fantastic until I threw it in the river. I really did like that Thrasher a lot. It's got a good understable glide to it. I enjoyed it a lot. The Scorches, I didn't even actually throw a Scorch once, funny enough, or the Force actually. But this, the Captain's Raptor, was immediately a perfect forehand shot for me. The flight numbers were perfect. It flew great. Yeah, just overall, I mean, this entire bag. And then the last one really to talk about, I guess, is the Nuke. I only threw it once on a giant forehand. But again, they all performed very well. And I expected to lose way more discs than I did. And I didn't expect to lose any in the river at all. Over all of these discs, the one that stood out and shined the most for me was the Soft Focus. This thing felt so natural in my hand. I felt so good on the green. I felt really dialed with my putts. I did give away a few, but overall, I think we were 6 down. And like I said, that was one of the best rounds I've played in a while, at White River specifically. So Discraft gets a 10 out of 10 for me. I mean, I didn't think this was going to be something that I stuck with. I thought we would just do it for this video. Honestly, I might just keep my bag the way it is right now, because the way I played today, I want to play every day. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching another disc golf video. I enjoy making these. I want to get a little more tricky with them, doing stuff like this where we're having kind of challenges or things of that nature. So let me know in the comments if there's something you think I should do in the future, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.